The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
Well, maybe the surliest and angriest on the PCW roster, but also one of the most technically proficient and one of the best win-loss records anywhere.
Introducing first, from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 190 pounds, Amazing Nate Mattson.
Mattson's always been Michigan proud, but he's added a little bit of that Detroit-style brutality in the past couple of months. A very physical showing against Sonny Vice a month ago saw Nate Mattson on the winning end, and Mattson facing another, let's say, plucky underdog here tonight, another individual who is young to his career, but looking to make it big, and I don't think Mattson's too impressed by what's in front of him this evening.
313. Here we are again in the beautiful, air-conditioned, cold, long venue at Turner's Hall. Thank you very much. Thank you for the reminder. Turner's Hall, everybody. Beautifully restored. Gotta love this building. Gotta love the history. But you see, as of late, Amazing Nate Mattson has been, I'm on a roll. I appreciate my position here in Premier Championship Wrestling. I appreciate the opportunity to come out in front of all you ugly Cleveland morons. But you see, I think that there's a little bit of miscommunication, because when Amazing Nate Mattson walks into an arena, every one of you should be on your hands and knees kissing my feet. You should be bowing down to Michigan's main attraction.
Bow down.
But instead, I get a little lukewarm. Here we go. Thank you, Nate. We appreciate your time. But what I don't appreciate is all these young punk kids today. This kid right here, I'm referring to all these kids in the back, have no idea what paying dues really is. You know when your grandmother used to say, when I went to school, I had to go uphill 6 miles barefoot in a blizzard? That's what it was like breaking into pro wrestling when I started. I had to carry all the veterans' bags. I had to pick them up from the airport. I had to tear down the ring, set it up, put up each and every chair. You know what happens now? These kids in the back, they go straight to the back. They don't lift a darn finger. They think that we owe them something. Well, I'm sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of you people pandering these little punks. These little kids that think that they can just walk into my business, into my ring, and think they're gonna get one over on Amazing Nate Mattson. It ain't gonna happen. So every punk kid that steps in the ring with me is gonna get one Detroit-sized beatdown.
Man, harsh words, Nate Mattson.
That's known as gospel.
Hates the kids these days. Hates the young athletes coming up. Feels like they haven't earned their stripes.
And his opponent from Dayton, Ohio, weighing in at 130 pounds, Nate Wings.
Nate Wings, only about 3 years into his career, give or take, but young athlete, it's all about fight or flight. He can do both. He's a tough individual, but he's also very aerially inclined, and he doesn't let his undersized stature stand in his way. He's really well put together. Another individual that spends a lot of time in the gym and has made a name for himself in Rockstar Pro Wrestling across the state, and a number of other organizations. Nate Wings is very tough, but will he survive the Battle of the Nates?
Wings, I thought that was a butterfly. Be that as it may, Nate Mattson just said exactly
how things are.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you.
Fans are checking. Let's go, Nate.
Well, maybe they're finally getting on the Nate Mattson bandwagon. Now, are they saying it with the 8 or with the ATE?
What's the difference?
Well, one's a letter. Letters, actually, multiple, and the other one's a number.
No, I understand that part.
But what Nate Mattson said is gospel. What he said is exactly what is wrong with kids. When I started in this business, you did have to go uphill both ways, in the snow, in your bare feet, and sometimes in the mud. And there were tacks and rocks and broken glass on the way to the ring, which we had to set up.
Okay, I understand that things were hard for Nate Mattson, but they're hard for everybody at one point or another. And to insinuate that Nate Wings and those like him haven't worked hard or haven't earned opportunities, I think is really just not giving credit where it's due as far as what they put into things. It's trivializing and undermining the sacrifices Nate Wings has taken over the past few years to get this opportunity.
Well, another problem is we have an instant gratification society. They got their book face and their snip-snap chats or whatever that thing's called.
What are you talking about?
The kids.
How old are you?
I'm a gentleman of the age of 30s, somewhere in there.
Oh, Mattson sneaks an elbow.
And this is another, we talked earlier about Remy LeVay and J-Rock, the veteran against the young pup. And this is exactly what you got here with the Battle of the Nates.
Well, check out Nate Wings. Look at this. Took him down.
Well, that was impressive. I'll give credit where it's due.
This kid's good. There are no pushovers in PCW. If Nate Mattson thought that, and look, his crowd is warming up to Nate Wings. If Nate Mattson thought that we were just going to give him young kids who weren't tough or weren't skilled or weren't technically sound and didn't want to fight to earn their spot here, he's wrong. That's not what we're all about. He may look down on Cleveland and the work ethic of this town, but I don't. I appreciate each and every individual that comes into PCW, even Nate Mattson, even though he doesn't appreciate me. I recognize his value. I recognize his ability. And he better recognize Nate Wings' ability, or else he might find his shoulders on the canvas for 3 seconds.
Well, you know, Nate Mattson not liking you is actually one of my favorite things about him.
Nice head scissors by Nate Wings, drop kick. And again, at only 130 pounds, Nate Wings into the cover. Let's be honest, BC. Have you ever seen a 130-pounder put together better than Nate Wings?
I don't know if I have, and I'll also give the kid credit. He knows exactly how to use. Well, I was going to say we're going to say an example of that with a dive, but it knows what to do and what to have to show to get his guy down. I got a little verklempt there. You have to excuse me.
Nate doesn't use his stature as an excuse or a source of complaining. Oh, God, but the potentially broken rim might be something to complain about. Did you see that violent landing on the guardrail?
I did. It was awesome. I'd love to see it again.
Stop it. Nate Mattson bending the rules out here.
Well, as long as they're not broken. And, you know, this is a great learning experience, not only for Nate Wings, but also kids like him, should they try and disrespect a veteran like Nate Mattson.
And, where's Mattson going?
Well, you got to get some momentum.
Oh, no. Oof. Do you think Nate Mattson is perhaps a little bit territorial or jealous that he's not the only Nate on the card this evening?
Well, see, there you go again. His is with an 8.
Cover here, 2 window.
There's the 8 or the ATE.
Yes, but it's pronounced the same. So there are 2 people who pronounce their first names as Nate.
No, see, you're saying with the ATE. I'm saying Nate with the 8. You seem very confused.
Wings is trying to fight to his feet at this point. Should I just use last names? Would that be better for you?
We can do that.
Wings to his feet, but Mattson, uppercut. Shades of uppercut Ulysses. Drop kick into a cover for 2.
Well, I was going to say instead of the European uppercut, we can call that the Mattson uppercut.
Maybe a Michigan uppercut?
We can do that. Well, no, just the Mattson uppercut, because not everybody in Michigan is allowed to use it, or uses it as well as Nate Mattson.
Maybe we'll call it an Ypsilanti uppercut.
Ypsilanti, I had that once.
Mattson's got a handful of hair of Nate Wings. Oh. Mattson using those uppercuts liberally They're working for him. For the ride, check out Wings up and over the back. And Nate Wings with a Hurricane Rana takeover. Can he trap Mattson into the cover? Oh, near fall. And clothesline sends Wings for a loop.
Well, I thought the wings there were just going to fly. It looked like a Delta 737 taking flight. Just got grounded there by Nate Mattson. You ever flown Delta? It's a horrible airline.
What is wrong with Delta?
You know, there's two things I don't like. Young kids and Delta.
Okay, so you have double hatred for Nate Wings if you just compared him to Delta.
I do.
Well, Nate Wings needs to catch his breath right now. Nate Wings needs to get back into the fight because Mattson has been able to, as you so expertly said, he grounded Nate Wings. He has been able to take away the Nate Wings style. It's been a Mattson-type matchup as Wings struggling with whatever he can. Inverted atomic drop, the neckbreaker follow through. Mattson's going to get him here? No.
And that's the thing about Nate Mattson. He knows exactly, we saw him driving those knees into the back early. He knows exactly, pinpoint accuracy, where to put it, where to inflict the most damage, where to inflict the most pain.
And, you know, the thing I love about Nate Wings is no excuses, no backing up, no backing down. He is outsized every single time he steps into the ring, but you never hear him complaining about it. Nate Wings is ready to give it his all, and I've seen him in a number of matches, and regardless of who his opponent is, he does not back down. He does not say die, and he's still fighting here at this point with Mattson, who gets a knee up. And Mattson, who is about to Mattson is about to celebrate his 20th year as a professional wrestler, I believe this month. And Nate Wings, only a few years in the game, 3 or 4 years, he's still young into his 20s, and Mattson coming through with a clothesline. This is certainly a bit of a culture war between the two Nates. Mattson mocking Cleveland.
As he should. You know, this town really smells.
It does not.
It does so. It must be the something in the water.
Well, Mattson has firm control of the situation at this point. Oh, he's feeling his oats now. He's in a good mood.
That's the Nate Mattson shimmy.
Oh, look. Well, you can shimmy and shake when you get to the back. Nate Wings was able to create some distance. Slip free from the corner. Nate Wings with a chance. This kid's going to fight. Let's see what he's made of. Let's see if the crowd get behind Nate Wings.
This is a little bit of a surprise for Nate Mattson, to say the least.
Nate Wings with the knees. Second time. No, Mattson was waiting. Wings got rocked. He's out on his feet at best. Couldn't even keep his footing. Wait a second. Nate Wings goes low. Beautiful. Swing into a splash. Cabrana connects. Nate Wings could do this. Upset? No.
Well, I was just going to say, that kid is really fast to be this point with the punishment he's taken from Nate Mattson, and to be able to pull off all that. Kid needs to close his mouth and stay on him if he wants to win here. You don't put away Nate Mattson like that.
Well, how well can Nate Wings breathe at this point? One man flapjack connects. You called it. He's had so much taken out of this. Could be it. No. And again, Mattson finding out like J-Rock did earlier. He's in for a fight.
I can tell you, we're not going to have two upsets on this show if Nate Mattson has anything to say about it. Whew, that hurts.
You ain't kidding. See, that's Nate Wings. But whoa, Nate Wings. Not going to let it stop him. The high kick dazed Mattson, and now Nate Wings going to fly. Frog splash, nobody there. Oh, that would have done it. Oh, I swear, I think that would have been a 3 count if he'd have hit it. And now Mattson, the M80. Oh, Wings landed hard, right on the neck and the spine as well, and Mattson gets the win.
Here is your winner,
Let's hear it, Joe.
Amazing Nate Mattson.
You know, you should dock Nick Lendel's pay. He interrupted my clapping for Nate Mattson.
Oh, darn. And Mattson acts like it's easy. Call the replay, man.
Well, here we see Nate Mattson in firm control, kick, and then you know what comes next? The M80. What goes up comes down. Goodbye, Nate Wings. Thanks for coming. Pick up the loser's purse on the way out.
You can almost feel that jolt of pain go up the spine of Nate Wings just by the way he landed, his facial expression. You could tell the M80 completely incapacitated him. And wait a second now.
Well, see, we talked about the lesson earlier. You're the loser, and he just helped him out of the ring. Nothing wrong with that at all.
Help nothing. He just helped him into the guardrail.
It's not his fault that he flew into the guardrail. Now he's going to help him. Nate Mattson's just letting him know, hey, kid, you tried your best.
He already won the match. He proved his point.
Well, sometimes you got to prove your point and put a stamp on it. Just consider that's what this is.
I don't know that this proves that the kids these days are unworthy of opportunities or whatever Mattson was. Hey, come on. Mattson's mad at the world. Doesn't like the youth movement in professional wrestling. And I think Mattson's a little bit insecure to keep his spot, if you ask me.
Well, nobody asked you.
And Nate Wings, he'll be back to fight another day, but Mattson completely uncalled for to do what he did to Nate Wings after the match. Mattson already won, and Nate Wings impressed me with the heart and the guts. 130 pounds, took it to a man almost 100 pounds larger than him for that amount of time, nearly had the match won. That's a big victory to me.